Alright, I have no idea when I'm going to post this video, but I'm filming it the night it happened. So if you remember, it was March 2025, and I was just got into Vegas. Took me 50 days to go from New York to Vegas, and got into Vegas and filmed, just chronicled a few days before March Madness started. And on one of the days, the March 14th video, I said I have to meet a guy at Bally's about something. You probably call it Horseshoe. I was offered a full-time dealing position at Planet Hollywood. So for me right now, pretty sure it's past midnight by now, must be. So it's actually March 15th now, 2025. A floor at Bally's says he's gonna be a floor at Planet Hollywood up on the second floor when the room opens. He's telling me it opens March 2nd. May 2nd. March 2nd has already happened. May 2nd. And then the World Series of Poker, you know, things get real busy like March 30th or so. So PH is going to open poker March 2nd. He's never seen me deal, but he's heard about me dealing at Orleans. I think just knows I'm a reliable person. And he says there's a small number of full-time spots that he gets to hire for. And I don't know how official it is. He told me there was no like official written offer sheet like when people are getting signed to Major League Baseball teams or something like that. So, don't know how official it is. Been thinking about it. Been thinking about it all day. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Also don't know if it would like really come to fruition. I don't think that he's saying anything untrue. I just think there are people above him who might say, oh yeah, we told you you could hire 3 full-time dealers. No, all part-time. So just figure it out. Like something like that could happen at the last second. So if I could decide to do that, I don't know. I've been thinking about it all day. Ideally, this is what I would love to do. I don't even know if this is possible, but this is what I would love to do. Because I hear dealers say sometimes like, yeah, I'm on the roster in that poker room. I haven't dealt there in 6 months. You hear that occasionally, like they have your information, you have dealt there, but you don't get many hours in the first place. So if you ask for like 6 months off, they don't care. And if a tournament series comes up and you say, hey, I'll deal it, they're, you know, happy to bring you back. So what would be ideal for me? I would love to deal PH part-time when I'm in town. So pretty much like March through mid-August, mid-March through mid-August, deal PH. Getting in with a Caesars poker room, they would have my information, I would have some work history. I think that would make it easier to deal the circuit. So I don't know how busy Planet Hollywood will have to wait till next year, 2026, because the circuit's about to happen. Planet Hollywood will not be open yet. So I don't know if the circuit is like so huge that it's really like there's going to be like overflow of players into Planet Hollywood's poker room. So I would love to deal the circuit in 2026. And then when the circuit's done, just deal Planet Hollywood part-time until I leave town, whenever that is. End of July, mid-August, end of August. Also, I've been thinking of how it affects Orleans. I really like dealing at Orleans. So if it's possible and I accept this May 2nd full-time dealing position, I guess, yeah, it's just the summer and Planet Hollywood has a room and it would be busy there, and I guess I would just not deal at Orleans, just deal Planet Hollywood and expect to get like, I don't know, 45 to 55 hours a week just because it's really busy around then. I don't know. That's interesting because I went in to Orleans to see like what the deal is when I need to do paperwork, if I need to audition again, etc. And the guy who runs the room wasn't there. So like nothing official has happened. I was going to go in Monday, which for me now is like 2.5 days away. I mean, if I go into Orleans and the guy tells me, yeah, you have a little paperwork to do it on this day, the orientation is this day, pick up your uniform this day, and our first tournament, I think it's gonna be like May 25th or something. Yeah, go ahead. Well, then I just can't accept the full-time position at Planet Hollywood. Yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to imagine what it would be like living here the whole time. It's funny, I would not get an apartment. I would just keep living how I'm living. And for one, I don't know if it'll last. You know, Link opened poker in 2015, didn't last for all that long. After Corona, Planet Hollywood reopened, it didn't last for that long. After Corona, Flamingo reopened, it didn't last for that long. Which I guess wouldn't be a big deal if, you know, I'm not going to have an apartment lease or anything like that. If I'm just still living in Excalibur and Airbnbs, and right now I'm in my room in Harrah's, whatever. If the room closes, whatever, then I'm done. But I don't know. I would like to, you know, I haven't told anyone this yet. I think maybe one person, but I haven't said it in the videos. I mean, I've been thinking about dealing the Orleans Winter Series. So that's a good chunk of money. Dealing Orleans over the summer, crazy busy for 7 weeks. Dealing the Orleans Winter Series, I've been trying to make some estimates on what it would cost to fly in from New York. Hopefully get an Airbnb that's so close to Orleans I could walk, so I wouldn't have to rent a car, because that would be a lot of money, 5 weeks of a rental car. And really have no clue what like the hours are. Figure that hourly will be pretty close to the same as the summer, but the hours will be much different. But I think I could definitely come ahead with a profit. I really need to do it to find out though. So dealing 7 weeks of Orleans in the summer, 5 weeks of Orleans in the winter. If I could do this thing where, you know, about half the year roughly, I deal like 2-3 days at Planet Hollywood, and I could deal the circuit at Bally's in March. I mean, that's like 12, that's like 14 pretty busy weeks, plus a few months of part-time dealing. Like, that's a solid amount of money. I don't really need to, that's nice. It's a nice amount of like stress-free, like straightforward earning money. It's interesting, in my life I've had like, this is the first thing that's like a combination of like straightforward and solid money. IT was solid money. It was shockingly difficult, especially for someone with no IT experience. And then I've had, you know, just like teenage jobs that were straightforward, but not much money. I mean, it was a while. It was a while before I ever made 10 an hour in a job, so it never felt like that much. And dealing is like straightforward. There's no paperwork, there's no ongoing projects. You show up, you do it. When you leave for the day, that's the end of it, and it's solid money. So 2 series with Orleans and the circuit, and some occasional part-time dealing with Planet Hollywood, that would be solid. So I don't know, these are just all my thoughts I've had all day. I heard about it, it's been like 7 hours since the guy told me he would like do what he could to make me full-time Planet Hollywood if I wanted to take him up on that. So I don't know, been thinking about it, don't know what my decision would be. Really worried about how it interferes with Orleans, because I like Orleans. I mean, I guess PH would be the same. You know, PH, while the World Series of Poker is going on, would just be very busy, just all the time. And it would be about the same amount of hours, but where would I stay? Nowhere near the Strip, and then I'd have to get onto the Strip when it's busy over the summer. And I really like the, not just what you saw in the videos a lot when I dealt Orleans in 2024, but the commute, the Airbnb, like taking walks around there. I was in 2 Airbnbs 2024 when I dealt at Orleans. Both of them, you know, took walks around the neighborhood, you know, filmed occasionally, just like on the roads. Low traffic, yeah, it was really hot at summer in Vegas, but like low traffic, safe neighborhoods, unbelievably simple commute to Orleans. Occasionally went on the Strip, you know, so Herbs and Rye make that deep run and that horse event, you know, occasionally going on the Strip, but don't want to do it every day. And I know there will be plenty of days where there's just like massive traffic and it'll be so annoying getting into the parking garages. I really loved Orleans, so don't want to do something that messes with that. So yeah, I'm leaning towards that. If I could somehow get on part-time just while I'm in town, so like 7 months a year, nothing, and then 5 months a year working part-time. That would be ideal. And I would work Orleans, the full-time schedule, over the summer. And, you know, maybe instead of going in on my days off at Orleans, you know, the 5 days they schedule the 5 days they schedule me each week, go in, the other 2, like, go to Planet Hollywood. So every day I have a shift. You know, I know Orleans will email on my days off, hey, it got real busy, we need people. Just don't go in on those days. Have 2 shifts at PH. That would be ideally if I could control everything, but just wanted to tell people that I said in that video that day, I had you know, to meet a guy about a thing, and then something happened and I would mention it. I think I said maybe in a month, maybe in 5 years. So I'm filming this just after midnight, March 15th, 2025. Really no clue when I'm gonna publish it. Definitely not before the room opens. Yeah, it could be like May 3rd, a day after the room opens, and I'm either not full-time, or I am, or not working there at all. It could be, I don't know, just like December 1st. Like, hey, this happened back in March. I filmed something and I held on to the footage for a while, but now I'm showing you. So I have no idea when I'm gonna publish this, but while it was fresh, wanted to tell you my thoughts, and yeah, didn't expect that. I've been trying to get on the roster for the circuit event. I've been trying for like 6-7 months. Didn't happen. That's kind of where the discussion started, if I still could, even though it looked like it wasn't gonna happen. Talking with some people who deal and floor the circuit events. Not necessarily the people in charge of hiring, but talking to people I see in and around the building a lot, in Bally's, which you probably call Horseshoe. So that's kind of where the discussion started, and then it kind of transitioned into PH is reopening poker, and there are dealers to hire, and just wanted to film everything while it was fresh and let you know my thoughts. So here it is, 7 hours after I had the conversation, telling you what happened. And remember, rice is a spoon food.